Yo, Larry Lots back in the spot again. What's good, YouTube? Um, yeah, man, I just wanted to check in real quick to make another video. Today, today during the New York Asian, I didn't trade, but during the Asian, I did trade. I got cooked up, and I had the phone. I can probably see what's going on right now. But I'm gonna break this down. I am up right now, but I'm really down right now, if you can see. So I didn't want to take this winning trade on this account because I already took my losses for the day on it. And in the event that I was wrong again, I didn't want to take another loss, hit the max limit. So I'll go ahead and break down this. You can probably see on my screen I got so many trades on here. Like I did so many things against my rules. Like let's mix the FOMO, but yeah, man, today was a long day. I actually worked basically almost 14 hours. Then had to run some errands after. Price is just pumping right now. I had to run some errands after, and yeah, I just got in the crib. I probably got in the crib like less than 10 minutes ago. I didn't eat dinner. I didn't do anything. But let me go ahead and break down these trades. Today wasn't the best day for me in terms of discipline, but me breaking my rules is why I ended up taking 2 losses instead of 1. And me being too eager. So let me get this a load. Here we go. I'll break them down. Let's go to the 5-minute. And boom. So if we're looking on the hourly, we can see that price is in an uptrend right now. I have this red line here because if it starts to get into this territory, we could look for some type of sell type of pressure. But for the most part, we have price breaking structures to the upside on a higher time frame, which is the hourly. So this is definitely bullish. You don't want to necessarily sell from here unless you have like good reason to. And that's going to go into how I broke my rules. So let's break it down. Go into here. Price opens up during the Asia session. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. It taps this zone. If we look on the hourly, I got 2 zones here. This is the first area. We have a bearish candle. Price broke out of it. Then we have the second bearish candle. Price broke above this again. See how this bullish candle closed above the last bullish candle before the bearish candle. Bearish is black, bullish is yellow. So this closed above here, and this closed above this one after there was a bearish candle. So that's 2 hourly levels we can target. Now, this retracement did not touch this at all. And this retracement did test here in the hourly. Now, with that happening, I needed some type of confirmation to show that price was going to respect this level. This is the zone, but this is the level because this is the low. If it breaks below here, it's invalid and it could go to the next level. So I needed some type of confirmation to show that price was going to respect it. I didn't wait fully for the respect. So when you have 2 zones that are separate from each other that didn't fill in, it's a high probability that the first zone won't hold up, and you need to wait for confirmation. Show you what I mean. If we have price moving like this, right? This is 1, 2. Price is here. Price will a lot of times invalidate this one and come all the way back to this one. Why is that? I don't know why it happens, but it does happen. Now, sometimes you have, shoot, can y'all still hear me? Yeah, let's see what's happening. Technical difficulties. All right, sometimes you have price come here, give you confirmation, and then continue to the upside. This zone becomes valid. I didn't wait for the full confirmation. There's a little bit of eagerness. I didn't trade today during the New York session, but I also wanted to take the risk. But I had reasons not to take the risk, and I'm going to go into why. First reason, price hit the deepest 5-minute zone in this structure. So it got the hour zone, 15-minute, 5-minute. Price hit it, gave me a 1-minute reversal pattern, down, up, break above, retest. This is valid for me to take a trade, as you can see with this position too. But what makes it not valid is, one, I have to use, since it's the first retest of the zone, I have to use the whole zone hourly. Cool, that's fine. That's no issue. I have to target structure at the highs. What makes it not valid is if I target structures at the high, it's not even a one-to-one. That's the first sign that this trade is one force or two not valid, and three not enough confirmation. But I got it anyways. Price is kind of resistant, taking it out. Now, I was telling myself like, yo, you should just close. It's kind of going to get your idea. You didn't wait for enough confirmation. For me, confirmation would have been waiting for a 15-minute reversal pattern, since it's the hourly that's getting hit and it's the first zone, or waiting for a 5-minute reversal pattern from the 5-minute zone. Like, you need, usually it's a time frame below if the trend is established. If it's not, you need that reversal pattern from the zone that it's hitting. So if I would have got a 5-minute reversal pattern from here on a 5-minute, if I would have got this pattern, I would be more inclined to take this trade. I didn't. I was eager. I lost. But I told myself, like, yo, don't close early. Came here. No, don't close early. Came up. Came back down. Don't close early, because you got to just practice holding your trades. If you took the risk, you got to be okay with it. Or you got to give yourself a legitimate reason why you should close early. So I was giving myself reasons, like, yeah, it wasn't the trade. It's early. Didn't wait for confirmation. But I didn't close because I don't want to get into the habit of touching the trades too much. And I had proper risk on here, like 300. I was at 2,100 on this account. So I wasn't too upset with the results. But what kind of messed me up, as you can see, I'm down 700 now. I'm still not in a terrible position. I'm 600 away from the buffer. That extra 100 is what saved me. Originally, I was going to try and pass this account or get this above the buffer. I'm glad I didn't, because I was below the buffer. If I took a large loss like that, I would have been even further away from the buffer and further drawdown. So even though I lost 700 on the other account, I'm only down 600 in drawdown, if that makes sense. So, anyways, so then I said, all right, well, if price is going to invalidate this first zone, like I just told you, if it doesn't respect the first zone, it tends to test the second zone. Tends to. Doesn't have to. So, again, this was a FOMO trade. I said if it breaks below, it was a FOMO trade with reasoning, but it doesn't change what it was. Because my main thing is I don't want to change my bias when I'm trading. I said when price breaks below here, I'll give myself all types of reasons. This is a continuation pattern. You got the retracement back. You got the higher highs. You got the break below. You got the retest. You got to take it down to the next level. Now, that's true. Typically, if I was genuinely believing that we're in a selling market. I don't believe we're in a selling market. I believe we're in a bullish market with a retracement. And I already know from my past mistakes that I'm not supposed to try and chase the sells to a zone that I wanted to buy from, because it can buy anywhere. In fact, upon me taking this trade, I looked on a 15-minute. If it wants to load. Yeah, reload. I looked on the 15-minute and I saw, guess how many zones? A structure 2 zones below current price. Now, look at the 15-minute. We have price going what is it? Here. This is 1. This is 2. Okay, price came here. It never retested this area. Price went up, came down. See, this zone is in conjunction with this zone now, because this is where we tested it. So we got here, here. It failed this retest. It's going to go to the zone lower and then go to higher. So this is my philosophy. If price is trying to go higher and it fails, it's going to retest. If it makes a breaker structure, it's going to retest the most recent zone. If it fails, it's going to go to a zone lower and then try again with the direction. But if it fails, then that probably means that the market structure is shifting or the direction. Price failed here. Price failed here. Went to the 15-minute lower. And then look at that. My number one fatal mistake was switching my bias. That's the main thing that saves me in markets, especially when I take a loss in the morning on New York and I usually come back in the afternoon. I keep the same bias unless during the break the market structure shifts to breaks multiple zones and the direction changes. That's usually what saved me. I got eager and I had FOMO, so I gotta be transparent. I took a loss because I shifted to sells. It doesn't. You see the alert here? I'm thinking like, oh, and then not only that, the reason I took such a large loss, I was only risking like 226, 250. I don't even remember. I was taking a risk here. When price broke down here, I got, because I was thinking to myself, yo, you should have been in sales up here. If you really thought it was sales and you thought it was gonna break below, you should have got sales up here. This same pattern is right here. I missed it. I waited till I lost to then try and take the same sales. As soon as I got into sales, I had zero. I got into the sales right here. As soon as it tapped below it, as soon as it stopped me out, I got into the sell. Price retraced all the way here. Mind you, I'm still good though. I'm trusting the stop loss. But this is where my entry should have been. If I would have gotten originally up here, my entry would have been right here where it just retraced to. So now, mind you, I have that much wasted entry for no reason. Doesn't matter. When price came back down again, I saw that as an opportunity, as another continuation. Mind you, I'm trying to make up a loss and I'm trying to get profit. So it's a little bit of greed going on. And I didn't trail until I ended up losing. When this ended up hitting here, then I ended up just closing the whole position, which I'm glad I did because it hit full stop loss and my risk was way too much by adding. I entered a position, another position here, slightly less risk. It was two contracts. Let's round it to 50. That's an extra $200 risk. And then over here, you had a little bit over 300. So that's like 550 to 600 risk on one trade. Not good. Especially if I'm supposed to be risking 250 to 300. Well, on these accounts, 300 to 400 because the evals per trade. But nonetheless, I'm clearly above that. So that's why I stopped. Ultimately, it ended up being a 350 loss because I lost like 330 on the first trade. But, or did it? Ended up being like a 360 trade. And there's a trade in here I didn't even show you. And it was risky as well. The same principle of two. Here. And here. I took this trade. Price made two lower lows. Retraced two zones higher. I took this sell all the way to right here. It went down so fast I didn't get to put my take profit in. Then it retraced up. I got so lucky that when I did put it in, it came back and tapped it. Usually it taps it once and goes up. And I would have lost more bread. Just gambling, basically. Right? I'm using real ideas, but overall they're not ideas that are in line with my initial bias. So I shouldn't have took it. But anyways, nonetheless. So I lost here. I lost here. Price is going up. I'm looking on the 15-minute. I'm like, wow, this is two zones higher. Price can either come to here or here at this leg. I don't know. Price can come to this leg. This is 2 and this is 1. Price can come to here as a take profit. 953. I didn't end up getting an entry until right here, which is what you see right here. Well, it's supposed to be right here. Take profit would have been here, 1 to 1. But then I ended up just going with the typical continuation pattern. Price blasted up after this. I'll clear all these out just so it's easier. All right, let me clear that too. Going out to the 5-minute. I'm looking for 15-minute price structure. Right, we got 2 5-minute levels that get tapped. If 2 5-minute levels get broken, you can take it for an immediate trade in the direction that you believe in. So it was selling down. 2 structures to the upside got broken. I could take buys to the highs. In this case, I took it to 1 to 1.5 because of continuation. I ended up getting my entry here. You can see that the orange zone is here. Price closed above it. As soon as it closed above it, candles. It had to close above this. For the continuation, it had to close above this wick. Alright. I could have took it immediately, but price closed above the orange zone, which is supposed to be purple. Right here at this candle. And then I had to wait for it. This is what I mean by confirmation. I got a reason that it should be buys again. Then I have a confirmation entry. The original one, it hit the purple zone. It didn't give me a reason why it should be buys again. And then a confirmation entry. It just hit a zone, so I bought. So anyways, close above, confirmation that it's back to buys again. And then I had a continuation pattern. In order for the continuation pattern to be valid, though, it needs to close above itself in this manner. Up, down, down, push above, close, retest. Before it closed above here, it didn't close until this candle was hovering, blasted up and closed. So that's fine. I still took the trade. Stop loss below the lows, and I took it 1 to 1.5. I literally tried to start recording this video right before I hit take profit, but ended up hitting take profit anyways. With that being said, I'm probably going to be done on this account for today. I got to wake up early, and I'm probably going to just wait until New York to trade these accounts. I can't be incurring that much risk. So, yeah, losing day, winning day, you decide. I don't know, but I'm definitely done on this. It's definitely recoverable. I'm only 520 away from the buffer. Like, that shouldn't be the goal, but the buffer gives you some sense of security. So I'm gonna come back, refresh with a new mind tomorrow night, and I'm gonna trade this account, get it back to the buffer, hopefully, and I'm gonna just leave it how it is. But anyways, man, stick to your rules and be disciplined. That's just the most I can say, man. If there's anything I can say, it's stick to your rules and be disciplined. But that's it for me, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.